Hey guys, it's Ben, and it's finally time to reveal the world record puzzle. It is simply the Behemoth. This is the highest order, fully functional, deep cut puzzle ever created. With 12 deep cuts and 134 parts, it's a new, twisty record. To put that into perspective for you, a regular 2x2 Rubik's Cube has 3 deep cuts. If we double that number, we further get to something like a Pentultimate, which has 6 deep cuts. And if we double that one more time, we get this beast with 12 deep cuts. So that means that this puzzle turns in 2 equal halves, like this, on 12 of the cuts. All of the cuts are fully functional. As you can see. I'll only do 4 of them so as to not spend too much time here. And of course, in the middle of a turn, there are many places where you can stop and turn again, which leads to some pretty crazy scrambling. And some of these cuts actually lead to dead ends and prevent any more scrambling. For example, I believe this is an example of that. Actually, no, this is not an example of that. This is an example where you have cuts that can line up and turn again. Let me see if I can find the particular cut that does that here. No, other way. There we go. And there's 3 moves on this puzzle. Now, due to the irregular geometry, this puzzle is jumbling only. That means that every single move that I make is a jumbling move. And so that makes solving of this puzzle, but also the scrambling, very hard. I really don't even know how far this can be taken, but it'll certainly be interesting to explore all the turning possibilities of this puzzle. This puzzle is based on the geometry of a face-turning deltoidal icosahedron. And that sounds like a mouthful because, well, it really is. It is a 24-sided polyhedron where all of the sides are kite shapes. And this is actually an irregular deltoidal icosahedron. I discovered this geometry after playing around with various types of geometries in a program that I created. And this is one of the axis systems that I enumerated. And amazingly, what fell out of it was a workable deep cut puzzle. The shape is designed so that the angle between 2 adjacent faces on the same 3-fold corner is exactly the same as the angle between 2 opposite faces on the same 4-fold corner. And if that angle is the same, then that allows the layers to scramble with each other. Effectively, what we're doing here is if I turn this brown layer here and I rotate the red face to line up with where the yellow face was previously, it now allows for a new turn to be made, as you can see. And then, oh, another layer just lined up. We can do another turn. Let's see how far we can take this here. So that's 3 moves. Nope, that one is blocked. Here we go, here's another cut. That's 4 moves. And so you can really see the scrambling of this puzzle is crazy. This puzzle uses a rails mechanism inspired by some of Jason Smith's older rails mechanism puzzles that I don't know if any of you remember, were crazy and incredible to behold. And so this puzzle is partly a tribute to that, because I really miss seeing those designs from back in the day. And if you're watching this, Jason, I borrowed your rail design and it worked incredibly well for this puzzle, so I couldn't be happier. Now, the puzzle does turn very well, but there is one issue with it. In the solve state, because there are so many cuts that can line up and are available to turn, there's a lot of squishiness and floppiness. And so it takes a little bit of effort to make sure that all the pieces are perfectly aligned before you start turning. But once you start a turn, it goes perfectly smoothly, as you can see. This puzzle was designed in SolidWorks and printed from iMaterialize in their polyamide material. Fun fact, this is the most expensive prototype I have ever created. As for how expensive, I'll just leave that for you to guess. I then dyed it black with RIT dye and stickered it with stickers provided by Chewy's Custom Stickers. Once again, they look amazing. So, will I ever scramble this puzzle? I really hope to in the future at some point, and maybe attempt to solve it. Will I ever sell this puzzle? That's another if at the moment, but it is definitely a possibility. Will I ever make another one? Definitely not. This was so much work, and I think I must have spent at least 1 or 2 months just building this thing, besides the designing itself. It was really a momentous task. I actually filmed a ton of footage of that, and I hope to put that out in a separate video later on so you can really see how much work went into this design. But it was definitely worth it in my opinion. And I'm going to be honest, being able to say that I have a world record is pretty awesome. Well, I think that about sums it up for the Behemoth. I hope you all like this puzzle. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my puzzles and channel over the years. And I'm looking forward for what's to come. Oh man, I'm so afraid to scramble this. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, got it back. Whew. We're good.